Well, today we're going to talk about some color combinations, ways that you can have annuals and perennials just really showing off in the garden. So Cindy Townsend is here to give us some ideas. You've got a great setup here.
Well, and this is something I get really excited about because I love it when customers say, I just don't know what to do, and then I just start throwing combinations together. So what we need to work with, though, well, the first question will be, what do you have already existing? Well, a lot of people have already existing something like a boxwood. So you've got the boxwood, and a lot of times they'll have a grass. This grass is really fun for me. This is river mist. It's a northern sea oats, and it actually likes a little bit more shade. But see all the color that it has, Jennifer?
Oh, and the texture is fantastic.
And it almost looks bambooish. So it's got a lot of vibrance in and of itself. So this combination, the boxwood and the grass, is really kind of nice. But we want to throw some color in it because we're color people, right? So what we do in part shade is maybe add a little bit of Perennias. And what I like about the Perennias is they play off the light color of the northern sea oats, and then you've got a little bit of dark color with the purple. So I think these two complement each other. And then we've got some begonias here, Jennifer, that have some red hues to them. And the red hues are really important to kind of ground things down a little bit. And then I love the lighter pink that goes with this. The beauty...
Well, and like you said, that the dark red and the dark green looks so great with the lime green.
Right. And so, and what I really love about the begonias, the red leaf begonias, is they can do sun or shade. So really, if you need a filler anywhere, if it's summertime and things aren't looking so well, you certainly could stick in some begonias there. And this back here, I can't resist talking about it. This is Apricot Delight. It is Achillea or yarrow, and it's got the ferny foliage plus the flowers. These make great cut flowers if you want to bring them in, and this soft color really lends itself to any combination that you might want to stick it with. And look how good it looks with the yellows.
That is a fantastic plant.
Well, and then let's stick purple into it, Jennifer. Isn't that amazing? And we can do this so many different ways. This combination happens to be Happy Days Helianthus, which is exciting. I love it. It's beautiful. Looks like a sunflower. And then this is a Stachy's, Lamb's Ear Stachy's. So this one has green foliage, but it's really got that nice big pretty leaf. So what I like about this is after it's done blooming, cut it back, and you've still got this beautiful foliage to accent the rest of the landscape.
When you were talking about the Happy Days, it's a good hardy.
It's a very good hardy perennial. I've got a little story. I had this planted in my yard, and Martin decided it was covering his Japanese maple. So when I was inside, he cut it back, and I came back out, and my Helianthus was all cut down, and I just wanted to cry. And but 2 weeks later, it was refleshed and back, and we used the ones that he had cut to bring in for an arrangement. And it was beautiful, so it ended up to be a great thing.
Good and harmonious, too.
Can't cover the Japanese maples. Over here, this is a lizard plant. And the fun thing about this one is I was working with a customer yesterday that really, really was intent on finding foliage that wasn't weedy looking for her. So she wanted something interesting, and she fell in love with the lizard plant. What we combined it with was the caladiums. And the reason this
That's
works...
just perfect together.
Well, and the reason it works so well together is look at the colors in the caladiums. They complement the colors of the lizard plant. And this is something I really would like people to understand. If there's a plant you are in love with, use the colors from that plant to join it up with another plant, and you're an instant designer.
Yeah, the burgundy just works perfectly to unite them.
Well, and then you've got the whites, which leads us into the bacopa. So if you need something trailing, you know, and flowery that likes part shade, you could do the bacopa also. And of course, I have to have a heuchera. And this is something that would be a mainstay in the garden. So if you're adding to that and accenting that, the whole situation could work in reverse, where you could have the heuchera and then do the caladiums and then go to the lizard plant. Really beautiful. Here's another plant. This one was showing itself so beautifully. This is actually a penstemon for full sun. And what I love about this penstemon is the intensity of color. And if you look at the color pretty closely, you've got purples and pinks, and it almost shows up a little bit of blue also, almost iridescent. This is a low plant. Now, if you really want to jazz this up and accent this when it's blooming, you would maybe add something like that pink polka dot plant. Isn't that beautiful together? Now, when this isn't blooming, you still have your pink polka dot plant. And then here we go with the yellows again. Let's tie in some Esperanza.
And Esperanza really likes the heat.
It does. So this combination is a really good, nice, balanced combination. When the pensemon's not blooming and you've got your pink polka dot and your Esperanza, your Shasta daisies will come into play. This one's Gold Rush, and look how beautiful that is.
That's a beautiful.
Can you see the yellows in this
variety.
one? Okay, the yellows in this one really tie itself in with maybe you could do some reds of this hibiscus, A lot of people don't know that the hardy hibiscus, there's some varieties that have a lot of red in the foliage. And the height of that works really well with our happy days again. So it really all ties in together and looks beautiful. Here I cannot...
This coleus is fantastic.
Well, and I can't stand to make a bed without some coleus in it. I just love the colors and the intensity and the fire that it adds to any arrangement. So that's always one of my first run-to plants is the sun coleus. Goes sun or shade, and the color changes, so it makes it more interesting and very, very vibrant. Now this is a plant next to it. These reds and oranges I think work really well together. This plant really kind of complements each other, and this is an agastache. So this one's called Tango for us OSU people. It's orange. I love it. So, and then I guess, of course, it's aromatic because it's out of the mint family, but then also the blues tie in really well with that.
Oh, what is this? This is incredible.
Isn't it amazing? That one is called Veronica Explosion, and the reason it's called Explosion, it's doing this, and everything is just kind of exploding up. The little one next to it is Blue Bomb. Isn't that beautiful? That's a Veronica Blue Bomb, and it's a little bit shorter plant. So, and the intensity is really nice.
And they're perennial.
Yes, they are.
So you're going to enjoy them for years. That's
well, and
just
so
fantastic.
we're going to add something like our annual to kind of spoof this up because we know the perennials go up and down. So you always have to have some anchor plant to make everything look good, and that's where your annuals come in. So you want a lot of wow factor out of the annuals.
Oh, look at this.
Well,
is that a penta?
Yeah, it is. Isn't that beautiful? Now, a lot of people think about the red or pink pentas. They don't really think about the white ones. Look how beautiful this one is.
Well, and boy, that would be great. You'd see it pop from a distance.
Absolutely. And I was thinking about that last night when we were pulling home. I didn't have enough white in my front border. So here we could add the pentas to it. And then, of course, for the heat, Angelonia is a wonderful plant. It's got those purples in it that, again, work really well with our happy days. Isn't that beautiful?
And then that combines beautifully with this.
Well, again, that's the hardy hibiscus with the red in the foliage, and we're going to give our beautiful 6-inch hibiscus flower or 7-inch hibiscus. I've measured one hibiscus flower at 9 inches one time.
Well, Cindy, you've given us a lot to think about. This is great combinations, and thanks for kind of giving us a little bit behind the scenes feel for it. Appreciate it.
Thanks for asking.
Well, coming up next, we're going to be talking about lawn care with Clell, so stay with us.